Hi and welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that have been linked with a summer transfer move to Arsenal. Brought to you today by the excellent app Flick. Don't forget, we've got our triple shirt giveaway. You can win this shirt here, the Freddy Krueger, as well as the home kit and the third kit. All you got to do is download the app right now. The app is available for free. It costs nothing. And also, do not forget that today we've got an exclusive on the app. I'm doing an interview with Fabrizio Romano, the transfer expert. I'm going to be asking him a lot of questions about Houssem Aouar, about Partey, getting updates on that. Now, that interview will be coming out on YouTube, but you can watch it exclusively early on the app today from about 3 o'clock, right? So from about 3 o'clock, you can watch the interviews, excerpts of the interviews exclusively on the app. The full interview will come out in the evening, this evening, probably about 8 o'clock on YouTube. But if you want to watch it first, download the app for free and you can watch excerpts of it there. Fabrizio Romano, always brilliant. I'm hoping he's going to be saying some here we goes on some of the players that we're looking at getting. We did a poll yesterday on Flick and we asked the question, should William Saliba go out on loan? 34% of you said yes. 66% of you said no. Very unpopular, this sending him out on loan, but it's looking likely. Yesterday, there was an interview with the Rennes manager, and he admitted that, yes, they are interested in him. And, you know, you listened to Mikel Arteta yesterday in his press conference. He didn't deny it. He said that he didn't name a club or anything. He was pretty coy, but he didn't, you know, discount it completely. He didn't say, oh, no, it's not happening. And William Saliba, who we've all been really itching to see, we thought he looked quality when he played in that friendly against MK Dons, could be going out on a season-long loan to Rennes. Rennes, of course, are in the Champions League this season. So, yes, if it's about him getting game time and experience, I get it. He had a lot of injuries last season, which kept him out for quite a while. Then when he came back into the team, the season was cut short. Remember, the French season ended early because of the coronavirus. So practically he's not played a lot of football last season, and they wanted him to have a full season of development. But, I mean, it just seems crazy that, you know, it's going to be 2 seasons and we still haven't seen this kid who's so highly rated over there in France. And, you know, the other thing that makes it a bit crazy as well is the fact that his centre-back teammate who he played with last year at Saint Etienne, Fofana, has just had a £30 million move to Leicester confirmed yesterday. And we're sending back the other part of that excellent partnership, who's rated as even better, to France for a year. Listen, it's easy for us to say. We're not on the ground. We do not see what's happening with the player day in, day out. You know, maybe he's not ready. But it just seems a weird one that, you know, as I said, still hasn't played for Arsenal in a game. And we was all hoping and thinking this guy now, this is one of the answers now to solving the defense. But Arteta's got other plans for him at the moment. And yeah, he looks like he could be on his way back to France. We'll know by Monday, of course. Only a few days to go until we find out everything. Lots of players, by the looks of it, on the way out, or possibly on the way out, or we want them on the way out, but will they be on the way out? Torreira, a player that probably most fans didn't want to be on the way out, because he's a very much liked player at the club. Well, he is going. He's having his medical. Could even be by the time you've watched this, it's been announced already that he's joined Atletico Madrid. A loan has been agreed with an option to buy, not an obligation, an option for them to buy him for around about £18 million. So it'd be a loan fee, I presume, for this season, which has not been disclosed yet how much that would be, but it would probably be a decent amount. And then an option to buy him for £18 million at the end of it. And apparently yesterday he said all his goodbyes to his teammates, pretty emotional, and he is joining Atletico Madrid. Good move for him. But again, we're losing a player. What are we gaining? Does that help us in the Thomas Partey negotiations? Apparently, the talk is no, it doesn't really help. I mean, that's one of the things I'm going to be asking Fabrizio Romano about today. You know, how do we benefit from this, from the fact that Torreira, who, let's be real, one of our high profile players, is going and joining Atletico Madrid, and seemingly we're not really getting nothing in return. You know, what are we getting back? Were we that desperate to get rid of Lucas Torreira? That's the strange one for me. So again, I'm gonna be asking Fabrizio Romano about that when I do the interview. Socrates, another guy who we thought he's gone. He's leaving the club. Been linked for weeks now with a move to Napoli. Arsenal have even said that they're not going to take a transfer fee for him so that they can get his high wages off the books. He hasn't really figured a lot under Mikel Arteta. Mikel Arteta seemingly only preferred to play him as a right back rather than play him as a centre back. But nothing's happened with this Napoli move. Napoli were hoping to sell Kalidou Koulibaly. They wanted to sell him to Manchester City. Manchester City have now bought Ruben Dias from Benfica. So they're no longer interested in him. Koulibaly, they wanted about 80 million for Koulibaly. They've really priced themselves out of that. That sort of money is just not around this transfer window. And if Koulibaly doesn't go, it could be that Socrates stays at Arsenal. I mean, it's really in limbo at the moment. There's a couple of players that Napoli were hoping to move on. I think Milik as well. If those players don't move, it could be that Socrates stays with Arsenal. He's got a year left on his contract, and that'd be a big blow for Arsenal because again, it's a player that they really want to get off the books. Mustafi's another one as well. He's been linked with a move to Lazio. Earlier in the week, we've been told that Lazio are really interested in signing him. However, again, nothing really forthcoming regarding that. And Mustafi at the moment still injured, by the way. Again, could be another player that ends up staying at Arsenal. Again, a year left on his contract. It could be that some of these players, Mustafi, Socrates, these type of players, might not really get the move and that I think Arsenal want, and perhaps maybe not in the case of Mustafi, but definitely I would think in the case of Socrates, they may not get those moves until January, because at the moment it certainly doesn't seem like there's anybody really coming in for them with solid cash, and that is what Arsenal want right now. They want the money so that they can use that to go and invest in the targets that they really, really want. Now, of course, one of those targets is Houssem Aouar. What is going to happen with this guy? The deadline to sign him, according to the Lyon president, was yesterday. He said if regarding all of his players that were up for sale, or let's say up for sale, players that have been targeted by other clubs, he said if he hadn't seen a bid or interest registered for them by Friday, none of them will be sold. They'll all be going back to the team and they will just continue to play as normal. Yeah, all right. Not if the right offers come in. I still think it could run down to deadline day, but Arsenal now have further problems when it comes to this because there's a big rumor going around that Zinedine Zidane contacted Houssem Aouar directly and has held talks with him about a move to Real Madrid. Now, if this turns out to be true, this is serious for Arsenal. Arsenal, of course, want Aouar, but have been playing pretty hardball in the negotiations with Lyon. You know, they've been going back and forth. Lyon want more money than what Arsenal have been offering, and it could still go down to deadline day. But if Real Madrid come into it, of course, that's a problem. Number one, it's Real Madrid. And, for any player playing at Real Madrid, is much as I love my club, Arsenal, Real Madrid, one of the stellar clubs, how many times they've won the Champions League, etc. And then also for a player like Houssem Aouar, midfield player as well, remember, Zinedine Zidane, an absolute icon in French football. If he gets on the phone and he rings Houssem Aouar, that would be very tempting, Probably a hero of his, would have grown up watching him win World Cups for France, play in the midfield, probably starred some of his football off of him. And now Zidane's calling you and saying, yo, bro, what's up? Probably not in that accent. How do you fancy coming to Real Madrid? That's very tempting. Now, we don't know, I said the rumors are flowing around yesterday. Could this be something that's been pushed out by Lyon? Yeah, they are very crafty in the transfer business. We all know about their owner. Could it be something that's been pushed out by Lyon? Because certainly you look at Madrid's team and you go, where would he fit? Remember, they've got Hazard and players like that, even though Hazard hasn't worked. But surely for them to do that, they'd have to move somebody on. Maybe a Hazard or maybe, and then, there's other clubs that are apparently interested in, Juve were interested, but we do know that they've kind of pulled out of it now. So Juventus have pulled out of it. But PSG have been hovering around, and PSG have said they have been interested in Aouar, but they really can't outlay the money as well. So they'd have to get rid of somebody as well. So it's going to go down to the wire, this Aouar thing. But we're playing a dangerous game right now. If Real Madrid are involved, it's starting to be a dangerous game in that we need to move fast. And there's not a lot of time left. Will there be activity today? Don't expect much activity tomorrow because we've got a game on. Then it's all down to the last day of Monday. Monday's going to be a busy day. Could Arsenal move for an alternative in Jorginho? That's come back on again. There's been a lot of talk that maybe they might go back in for him if they can't get Houssem Aouar. And then, of course, the big one, what's happening with this guy? Could this happen? Will this happen? What could it be if Aouar fell through? Because it doesn't seem like we're going to get the two of them now. That's what we need, both of them. But could it be if Aouar maybe fell through, then they turn their attentions to meeting that release clause for Thomas Partey? It's going to be an interesting couple of days in the transfer window. I'm going to be speaking, as I said today, to Fabrizio Romano. I'm going to be getting his update on all of these links and transfers. So you've got to make sure you watch that. It will be coming out on YouTube, but exclusively available first on Flick. Download the app for free. The link is in the description, and join the AFTV on Flick. But it's going to be an interesting couple of days. And we've got a game in between that against Sheffield United. Crazy times. Don't forget, on the Sheffield United thing, don't forget to check out my preview that I've done with Ingood Nick, who's a Sheffield United YouTuber. Spoke to him. Great insight on Sheffield United. Make sure you watch that. And also, I've done an interview with Matt Fitzpatrick. Matt Fitzpatrick is a top pro golfer. He's ranked number 20 in the world. And he's also a massive Sheffield United fan. Had a great interview with him. That's going to be coming out today as well. So make sure you check that out as well. Previewing that game against Sheffield United. Big game. I see they've just signed Rhian Brewster from Liverpool. So it's going to be a tough game for Arsenal. Really need a win. But we really need some reinforcements in the team. Hopefully we'll get them. It's Robbie here from AFTV. Don't forget to check out AFTV on Flick for all the latest transfer rumours, for all the information on Arsenal, for all the information on AFTV. You can check me there for Q&As on a regular basis. The link is in the description. It is free to download. Download it right now.